UK Battle Rap News Daily. We're here in Birmingham with the fucking legend Soweto Kinch. How you doing, my brother?
Cool, no ass. I'm good though. We just had a dope battle. You know, that's what's keeping me warm.
What you doing with yourself lately? You ain't been battling?
Yo, it's been a while, since I've been in the ring. But
my platform's about plugging your shit. Like, come on, tell us what you've been doing.
I've been in the lab
man.
for a while, all throughout lockdown, working on a new piece. I'm just going to leave the title as cryptic as it can be, White JuJu. Because I think that's what we're dealing with.
White JuJu, you know?
Really call it that. But
Blood clot!
All the like statues and all this cultural stuff that they throw at people to leave them dizzy. I'm analysing that in music and I'm writing an orchestral
concept.
piece.
I love
as
that.
well as some bars that's going to come from that. So watch the space.
A mad concept, you know. I love that because even like you've seen obviously the Colston statue got took down in Bristol. The Churchill monument got vandalised in London. Like people are waking up to this whole I suppose they're like putting idols in it, like false idols, and they're worshipping people, and that's cool if you do it. But the whole point of kind of religion is that you worship saints. And
on a deep thing, the first time I had this revelation, I was in New Orleans doing talking to some jazz musicians there, did some research and documentary, but talking to Terence Blanchard. So he's a legend in the jazz game and grew up in New Orleans. When the Confederate statues came up, he described that it was like a weight got lifted off of his shoulders and he felt more confident in himself. It was like, wow, this is New Orleans where the reputation is for like voodoo and witchcraft, and you're supposed to look for some black woman with chicken feet and shit. But really the voodoo priests are the white guy on a horseback. You know what I mean? That's having a real deep psychological effect on people and you don't even realise it until it's out of the way.
And this is one of the big conversations that's happening online right now, I beg someone tell Danny Jack to fuck off. This is one of the big conversations online right now, And something that I've been looking into right now. Please allow me. I'm doing an interview for UK Battle Rap News Daily. If you want to get on an interview next, you can come through. Just wait to the side. So like one of the big things right now is that like you see indigenous Americans, they've been portrayed as Indians, but we have the Caribs and do you know what I mean? So a lot of black people in America, I feel like the reason why black people in America are so disrooted from where they're from is if you speak to a lot of African Americans, quote unquote, in America, they don't know their heritage. They don't know what part of Africa they're from. They don't know any of their history. But that leads me to believe, like the things that I've seen, that shows that black people were in America before the European.
I've had lots of lengthy discussions with my bedrooms about some of that information that's coming out. Now, somebody picked up Ivan Van Sertima's book when I was a kid. They came before Columbus, and it shows the evidence of Africans populating the Americas.
I've seen stuff like that. They had fucking cocaine in mummy's tombs and shit.
Exactly. So how do you get that? You know what I mean? And forms of wheat in the New World that could only have come from Africa. Birds couldn't have carried it. They found all sorts of excuses to deny the fact that Africans must have been there. But I think new wave people are taking it a bit far to suggest that we never came from Africa, we was here before. Nah, slavery took place. Millions of people were transported against the world.
But not everyone who's there.
And many will,
and a lot of people have been convinced to believe that they're from the transatlantic slave trade.
And they may not have been.
But they may not have been.
Nothing that's true.
But I love that you're touching on that in music and shit. Like you're actually speaking about this whole white, like this is what I say to people all the time. Like people, I saw an Instagram viral video the other day of someone saying, a Jamaican guy saying that white people are questioning him about eating chicken feet, and he said it's a Jamaican culture. Don't question my cultural food. And my response to that was like, it's not your culture. That's poverty.
All you had.
That's poverty. Yeah, your culture is not poverty. Yeah, but you've been convinced to say that mutton,
you look at all
like you can go and buy a mutton and rice meal in London for £25 in a posh restaurant. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But mutton is because people couldn't afford lamb. So how are they marketing the struggle as this is where cultural appropriation comes in?
It goes beyond black people. It's funny, in lockdown everyone was getting into their things. So cooking and whatnot. So I thought, let me make a pizza, let me build a pizza. I got the proper recipe, the 00 flour and all of that. It was some gourmet shit. But when I thought about the cost of it, you realise this was some poor people food. Like bread on, like cheese on toast in a way.
That's
you know what I
it.
mean?
It's affordable.
And it's something that's appropriated in these fancy restaurants and sold with a markup.
That's it, man.
Yeah, we need to awake from the beast. How else can I put it? Just
100.
Wait from the spell.
100.
I think there's all sorts of ways that
100.
we're under it. You know what I mean?
I digress though, man. I'm trying to get like, what are you doing now, man? What are you doing now?
It's been dope. Like, lockdown has been a test, a struggle in many ways, but I have to recognise my privilege that I've had a chance to work on so many dope projects. So I've done a lot of composition for theatre projects. Just done a few live streams for Cheltenham Jazz Festival and spots in the past. So we've got some concerts coming up soon, as I said, and in November, all goes according to plan, a massive concert around the subject of white JuJu at the Barbican.
Sounds like a mad concept, which is what led me to stray the whole fucking conversation. But it could, we could just be sitting there for hours talking about all this shit.
Because it's so relevant. You know?
That's
It's nothing you can't look at in popular news and think. Prince Philip's funeral, the Meghan Markle interview and think.
Why are these things glamorized? Why are they glamorized?
Why is it consuming all the bandwidth, making us all tune in the millions? But Oprah got something like 7 million for the syndication rights to that interview. So
no, it's mad.
That says something itself.
It's mad. So obviously you've been at Don't Flop battles today. What did you think of the battles overall? The newcomers and shit.
The atmosphere, to be fair, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just watching stuff on laptops just ain't the thing, and it reminds me that even the battle that we had of the energy of hip hop ciphers, and you know what I mean, it's got to be off the top, it's got to be immediate. On another tangent, I was just sitting there watching Supernatural and Matt Skill's freestyle battle way back in the 90s, and just remember a different sort of sharpness and
definitely.
And it's good to see it continue. Things got to evolve. You know what I mean?
And this is why I watch people like you, and I think, yeah, cool, you've had your little freestyle battles and that, but I want to get in there. Do you know what I mean? I want to see what he's like against someone like me. And this is the whole point about hip hop and just like competitiveness and like, as much as I respect you, I just want to prove that I can stand on that platform. Like, yo, I'm as good as him. Like, come on, respect me like you respect him. Otherwise, there's no point in me doing this, innit? So you got to challenge it.
That's the thing I've always enjoyed about the battle environment. Certain times, even when people flip a bar in the space and you're like, ooh, that's nice, but I would have said it a certain way. And back to writing. I remember after Big Cannon, and we just had the Royal Rumble battle, and he just went off, and it was nice though. I just thought on the train back to Birmingham, I came up with like 32 bars just like that. One of those was just being in the energy and being inspired by others.
It's a powerful thing, man.
It is. So
where can they find you on the social medias and that, man? Where are they gonna get your music?
Soweto Kinch on everything: Instagram, Twitter, the Facebooks. So yeah.
Where do you release your music on all platforms?
Yeah, on Spotify. I just dropped
got a Bandcamp.
Some mad, crazy shit called. Fuck, that's how high I am already. I remember it's called.
What we're here for.
Rinse and Spin. Check that out. It's on all platforms. You know what I mean? Just going at it. Barfest. And there's a whole lot more music, you know, just check them out on my Instagram, and I'll be putting up links in the near future. So, yeah.
My brother, thank you for blessing the channel, man.
God bless.
Thank you very much, man.